Hey, hi, it's Steph. I am gonna talk gently, and I'm going to make a Christmas craft. I already started, but I realized that this box wasn't high enough for you to see what I'm doing. I'm gonna make one of these because I mentioned to a friend I was thinking about trying to make an ASMR, and I asked if I did that, what would people want? And she said, I love watching people do things with their hands. It gives me the tingles. So I looked around in my craft cabinet, and I had this guy lying around, and it's definitely too complex for my children. So mommy's gonna do it instead. I hope that you had a really gentle day today, though I know maybe you didn't. When I started this, I put a lot of glue on it, but the problem with these little pom-poms is that you actually have to put the glue kind of on them. But I'm very cheap, so I'm not wasting the glue. Yeah, a mistake that you can make is when you have a whole bottle of glue, you don't think you need to be precious with it. But then, when you don't have any glue left and you're halfway done, you wish you hadn't been quite so liberal. This will be a strange little craft. So this is supposed to be a Christmas wreath that you put a picture in the middle of. So, but the thing about that is nobody has pictures anymore. We have them on the internet, which is pretty good for most purposes, but not for children's crafts. It's about 10 p.m. here. I had to wait for everybody to go to bed. And you can, if you're listening to this with headphones, I bet you can hear the hum of the refrigerator, which is a noise I honestly really like. I like to sleep with a fan on, especially. I'm realizing, looking into this bowl of poms, glitter poms, that the little ones are falling down. Because that's what always happens. I don't know the scientific name for it, but when you have a bunch of aggregate, I guess, the larger pieces stay at the top and the smaller ones fall to the bottom, which you can especially see with things like bags of potato chips. You'll open it to have all these great big chips, but then there's a lot of little ones. It's strange to talk to myself, but not unpleasant, because I can picture you on the other side. And I think what I'm picturing right now is that you're in bed, you've got the covers pulled up, and that you're listening and watching, and you're thinking about your day, but hopefully it can be time to put that away. Because there's not a lot we can do about it now. The day is over. And even if it wasn't maybe your best day, I'm sure that you did your best. Because I really believe in you. And I think that even if you had a really rough day, you were still trying, and I mean, that counts. In life, I guess they can say there's no participation trophies, but that's not really true, because each day we're just trying. You go out there and you do the best that you can. But it's not easy. It's not easy. And even people who really look like they have it together are struggling and working and trying. A lot of times people look at me and at my kids and my marriage, and they'll say, oh, like, your life is goals. And that's just so silly to me, because even though I think I'm pretty honest, like, about my life, you can never really see all the pieces of somebody's life unless you're inside it. You can't see, it's like a duck. They're smooth up top, but you can't see how hard they're working on the bottom. And I work really, really hard each day. I to use a basketball analogy, I leave it out on the floor every day. All of it. On the wood, on the court, that seems right. I don't play a lot of basketball. Yeah, I really do try, I think, as hard as I possibly can each day. But each day that looks really different. Like, some days that means I work really, really hard at my job and I achieve objectives. Because right now being at home with my kids is my job. But I still have objectives to meet. I have goals and projects and co-workers. They're very short, but they are very demanding. But some days my best, honestly, is just spending most of my time kind of resting and getting through the day. And I'm never proud of those days, but that's kind of silly. The idea that every single day you should be like hitting, like, what, am I hitting a goal? Because we're not machines. We're not meant to live like that. People aren't meant to strive every minute of every day. That's too hard. And you can be very successful and, hit all those achievements, but not be very happy. I think that's kind of common as well. But I don't want to get too morose about it, because I think the thing I was trying to say is that even if you didn't hit your objectives today, I'm really certain that you did your best. And I want you to take some deep breaths with me. I'm going to keep working. No, I'll put this down. I'll put this down for a minute so we can breathe together. I'm not going to do the ins and outs. I'm just going to take breaths. And mine aren't actually that long. I don't take very long breaths, but they are very deep. So you can stick right with me while I breathe, or you can go at the pace that's right for you. Because even if you're not doing it on the beat with me, we're still doing it together, which is really nice. All right, let's wiggle a little first. Now you keep breathing. I'm going to talk through it a little bit. While we're breathing, try to make sure your lungs are really expanding. Let's do a couple more. Go in. and out. Let's go in and out. We'll do one more. In and out. I always feel a lot better with some nice deep breaths. The cat is here. You can't see him. Hi, baby. It's actually really kind of strange to be doing this, because usually when I do like hand work like this, I sing to myself. But I always get really shy to sing when there's other people around. And so knowing that you're on the other side listening makes it feel a little strange. But will probably get there anyways, because that's kind of what I always do. Can you hear the cat purring? Let's see. Hey, buddy. His fur is so soft and it's so thick. He has a really thick coat and a beautiful face. Well, we're making our way through this truly pitiful craft. This is it's you know what? It tried its best. Maybe this wasn't the person at the craft factory. Maybe this wasn't their best day either when they thought this one up. There's enough pom-poms in this for 2 of them, but I don't know if we're going to get that far. I would really invite you to take this time to wiggle your toes. I'm wiggling mine right now, even though I'm working. I like, when I wiggle my toes, though, I don't just do like the ends. I do like, kind of like, bend my feet all the way in half. That always feels really nice to me. And while you're listening, don't forget to take nice deep breaths. That's something I like to do when I listen to relaxation audios. I just start deep breathing, kind of whether or not they tell me to, because I can always use the oxygen. The texture of these kind of reminds me of the like fur that you see on the dancing Chinese dragons when they do like the New Year's parades. I think those are just the most beautiful things in the, maybe not the whole world, but pretty darn close. I really love those. I don't know a lot about Asian art and Asian culture necessarily. That wasn't a big thing growing up in the part of Virginia I come from. But I've really, especially living in Seattle, which has a lot of Asian culture, I've come to really, really appreciate how beautiful the art is. If you like watching people do stuff with their hands, I hope that this is doing it for you. And if not, I'm really happy we just got to spend some time together. It's been really hard not being able to socialize the way we normally do. So I've really embraced a lot of technology to get to try to still have those experiences. Because, just because I'm married and I have kids, that's not my whole life, having my friends around me is really important. It makes me feel whole, for not to be dramatic, but I don't want to just be one-dimensional and only be a wife or only be a mom. I want to be a part of things. I want to get to have a big, messy life full of people that matter to me and full of experiences and flavors. Well, we're almost done with this. We're going to put some lipstick on this pig, because, if my child brought this home from school, I'd be delighted, but, I've cried when my kids gave me a rock, so it's not like the bar is especially high. Now I'm imagining that you are in bed, and if I was there, I would want to be in bed with you, and I would want to snuggle. I've never seen a snuggle I didn't like. I would love, even though I'm very, very petite, I would like to be the bigger one. And I'd like to just wrap my arms around you. And when we can move freely about the cabin again, maybe I will. Well, we did it. Kind of a deranged Candyland here, but well, here we are. Also came with little ribbons to attach to this hole, but right now the glue is still drying, so we're going to leave it be for now. I'd love to spend a few more minutes with you on what I might do. We'll see how it goes. It's not premeditated. We might squirt these tiny balls. That seems like something that could be appealing if you like watching this kind of thing. Especially because you can hear their little fuzzy feet hitting the box. I don't get ASMR tingles. I'll get shivers occasionally if somebody says in a recording like, oh, I'm going to touch your back, because being touched in the back always gives me shivers. But, oh yeah. What do you think these look like? They're like little microbes, little viruses maybe. Ooh, that's 2 on the nose. But they look like, I don't know if you've ever seen them, they're these plushies of little, you can get of like the flu and different viruses, and they have little eyeballs, they're really cute. These guys, I can kind of, I don't know if maybe that's a nice sound for you. yeah, so like when people tell me about watching ASMRs and getting the tingles, I don't get those, but I do love having somebody talk to me while I try to relax. I especially like it when it's someone I know. Alright, we've got 4 piles here. We're doing good. We're about halfway through this evil bowl of children's cereal. I also have some tiny pink ones in here. Like little dudes. I'm going to put those in the middle. Now, if you've ever seen anything else I've recorded, then you know this is pretty much where I do it, in my kitchen. And it's because it has the best lighting in the house. Because our apartment has a lot of windows. So in the day, we have a lot of natural light, but not so much in the evenings. I also have some of the tiny poms in the red, but not in any other color. But we're getting there. We're getting down to it. I make a lot of those little noises naturally. Everybody in my family does it. My family of origin. I think it's really funny. Everybody will be sitting around watching TV and just huffing and puffing. And now my kids do it because they picked it up from me. So that's really funny. To have a 2-year-old watching TV just going. It's so strange watching kids imitate you and hearing them say things you say. Oh, now we just got these little dudes. These are like nerds or Fruity Pebbles. And the other kitty has come over to investigate. She's probably hoping they're sausage, but no such luck. That's an interesting sound at the box. That is a little shivery, isn't it? The sound of the nails in the bowl, too. I'll have to research and find out what kind of sound people make. I think that's really interesting. Oh, we did it. We did it. Now we got all these little guys, these little microbes. And they're tiny pink bunnies. It's like Chinese checkers, the marbles. It's actually really pretty with it all sorted like that. I like it. I hope that this was a nice experience for you. It was really nice for me. I enjoyed spending this time. I hope you know how precious you are. Like, I know I say it a lot, but it's true. You are the only one of you that will ever be, and the you that you are will never come again. There will never be another one. And that's really miraculous. I mean, it's amazing to know how special we are, how unique. I don't know if we have a purpose, but outside of just being gentle with one another. I think that is kind of the highest purpose. But the fact that you are here is really remarkable. You know, statistically, it was not likely, but here you are. And the whole universe, and all the galaxies that can't even be seen with all the science that we have. The fact that you and I are both here at the same time is stunning. It's miraculous. Let's put these dudes back in their bed, because it's probably time for all of us to go to sleep. It's a fun sound too. So whatever kind of day you have, and whatever day you think you might have tomorrow, I hope you can just be really gentle with yourself and remember that I'm really rooting for you. I really believe in you, and I think that I'm just so happy you're here. I hope you take care, and I'll talk to you soon.